Hi, I'm Debbie and welcome to my channel Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing the longer readings for the month of July for my Virgos. Hello my Virgos. So longer reading, I use 3 decks of cards. I use my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards, gives me that main message. Then I follow up with my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards, fills in the gap. And then any last words of advice from my Osha Zen Tarot cards. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused the decks with Reiki energy, but this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? Now, I am doing this as an entire reading for July. Normally, I break it up into 2 sections, but I'm going to do this for July, August, and September through the summer months. And, if we like this, we'll continue. If not, we'll, go back to the other. But it seems that people really enjoy, you enjoy the shorter readings. So I'm, just kind of balancing this out so that you're not necessarily getting all of these messages from me, because of course you've all clicked on the bell. Now, the other thing is there is a lot of energy with July, a lot of things going on. So I did a little video so everybody could have the very same message. It's 12 minutes and 22 seconds, and it's going to be inserted here. I'm going to use my, my video editing software, so you will definitely see a type of editing. So I'm going to insert it now, and then on the other side we'll start our reading. July is going to be filled with a lot of energy, okay? So I did take some notes over here, so if my eyes drift over there, know why I'm doing that. But July, we start off with a new moon on the 2nd. And the 2nd, we also have a solar eclipse. Now, that's going to be seen more in the Pacific. So the people in the Northern Hemisphere will not necessarily see that. Then that's on the 2nd. Then on the 16th, we have a partial lunar eclipse on the full moon. And now that will be in Capricorn, and that will be seen more in Europe. Okay? Now the solar eclipse is when the moon covers the sun. And the lunar eclipse is when the earth comes in between the moon and the sun. So the earth casts its shadow onto the moon. Both of these have very strong energies, and you can expect this energy to last for about 6 months, probably until the 25th, 26th of December, when we have another solar eclipse. Now, the new moon on the 2nd, this will be in the sign of Cancer, but there's a lot of astrological influences from Gemini on this. Now, the Cancer itself will, be more of an emotional time. It will be about family, home, and you have to kind of watch your emotions a little bit because, again, remember, this is energy that will be lasting 6 months. It can fluctuate a little bit. The thing about this is that it's basically holding on to old grudges, old hurts, old patterns, okay? So again, the best thing to do when this happens is to try to forgive, try to forget. Remember, when I say forgive, I'm not saying that you have to, allow that energy back into your life. No. But forgiveness helps you, okay? Though the energy from Gemini, that actually will be bringing about a more playful, fun type of energy. And it will be about, it's a hopeful energy, and it will be about new beginnings, starting stuff. So this is the time. Remember, full moon to new moon is the waning moon, and that's when you release. New moon to full moon is the waxing moon. That's when you request. So this is really a good time. If there are things that you really want, if there are things that goals, aspirations, think about them, write them down. We talk about that all the time. Write them down, post them on the refrigerator. And, because this is about those new beginnings. And again, this energy will last longer. Now we go back to the full moon on the 16th. And that one, like I said, That's in Capricorn, and it's a partial lunar eclipse. It's like having a full moon on steroids, okay? It's that much stronger. Any of these, any of these eclipses, it basically puts so much oomph to this, to the, astrological. Now, let's see. It's time for you to work on your own confidence. It's time for you to stand up for yourself. Now, don't rely on others for your own, don't rely on others so much that, for their opinions, okay? So that's one of the things. But this is going to be there's going to be really intense emotions in the more public scene. This is kind of like that Scorpio moon we were talking about a couple months back. The full moon, secrets aren't allowed here. Well, this is going to be exposing the dirt, okay? So this is digging up all the dirt, having secrets, be seen, then having to deal with these secrets. Now, a smaller, arena could be that you found out that a relationship, somebody has been unfaithful in a relationship. Now, relationships can be work, people, personal, family. And so it doesn't necessarily mean, totally interpersonal. Maybe your work promised you something and, and they had no intention of following through. Maybe you found that this relationship you were in, one of you was not honest or, unfaithful. So these things come out. However, it's going to be on a more public scene too. Public figures, okay? And this is going to be going on until that December. This is, again, many people, okay, I'm reading this, many people will try to keep their behaviors hidden, but without success. This is, the social norms will be torn down. Now, social norms such as, say that, again, we'll use work, say that you've been bullied and, nobody, or there's a bully that you work with. Nobody goes to HR. Well, somebody does go to HR, and then the HR comes and interviews everybody and finds out, yes, there is a bully. So, new policies are written, things like that. But think of that even bigger. Think of that more globally, okay? Think about, just things coming out that, our public figures will not want us to see, okay? Now, this is also important too. This is a lot of, between these two energies, okay, the new moon and the full moon, a lot of karmic binds will be broken, okay? Because this is also, this full moon, because things are being revealed, it's kind of like the Tower card where everything's falling down, but it's, breaking down so it could be rebuilt. This is all about, again, new beginnings. So you have to kind of think about, where are you? Are you the one that's looking to uncover secrets? Are you the one holding secrets? Are you the one that doesn't even know that anyone has secrets, okay? Many times that's me. It's like, oh, I was surprised at that. So just be aware of that, because these two energies are both about new beginnings. But there is a lot of rough tearing down with before those new beginnings happen. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be a bigger energy. Now we go back to the 7th through the 31st. And that's when we have Mercury retrograde. Okay? Mercury retrograde, and that will be in both the signs of Cancer and Leo. So look at, I do put up there, that way that you can see your influencing energies. I do put a website. It's under the About tab, and you can look and you click on the website, put your information in, and it'll tell you. Major things is, of course, your rising, your ascending, your Venus, and your moon. Those are some of the major influencers. So Mercury, what that does is that rules intellect, education, communication, and your thoughts, okay? So we generally think of Mercury as negative because it can be very, very disruptive. Now, also too, the retrograde is actually an illusion of it going retrograde. I don't want to go into what all that's about. Also, there's such a thing called shadow retrogrades. And shadow retrogrades happen about they start about 2 weeks prior and they end 2 weeks later. So we're having this on the 7th. Hopefully I'll get these posted today on the 23rd. So that influence is starting now. So what happens is Mercury is slowing down now, so it can make that appearance of going backwards. Okay? So then that would last until August 14th, the influencing. Now the other thing about it though is that Mercury retrograde is not always negative. It can be, it can be put there. I mean, it can help you to refocus. It can help you to slow down. Now the other thing, and this is really, I like this one, it can also bring back the past. So that's when those people come in that you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you since way back when, and this helps with lessons. This is part of that karmic, so all of this is part of that karmic binds being broken or cut. So with those lessons, those are lessons that you might have learned but you didn't close, or these are lessons that you didn't quite learn but you need to close. So it could be something like that. The other thing, it could be something that we still need to learn from so that it can close. Now, the other thing too is that sometimes the universe uses this time to right a wrong. Now, what does that mean? Say that you were in a very loving relationship and for whatever reason it broke, but you were meant to be in a loving relationship. Maybe you had a career and the career, all of a sudden it just was like pulled out from you, okay? So something like that, a relationship that didn't go the way it was supposed to. Well, the universe is saying, no, you were supposed to have this. So your loving relationship could either be that that person comes back into your life, okay, or because you were supposed to have a loving relationship, a new person comes in, okay? Now, the career could be your career, it, dissolved, you went on, and now it's like your career is picking up again. It could be that you're an artist and things dissolved, and then all of a sudden it starts to come back. It's like the universe is giving back to you. Now, you're always, I tell people is, not to start jobs, not to start things in Mercury retrograde, if you can not do that, But sometimes the universe wants you to start because, again, it's where you were supposed to be. So it has to go back. The energy is such that it has to go back to the past so that you can go forward again, okay? And then, now, the last thing is that Leo season begins, and that's on the 23rd to July 23rd to August 23rd. And Leo is ruled by the sun, and Leo energy is warm, kind, but it can also burn, it can also hate, it can also be mean. So be aware that if you've got whatever these traits are that you may have internally, that you actually have, it could pull those out. So if you have been working on, so again, it can be loving as opposed to being mean. If you've been working on holding, your temper, well, this could be a time that your temper flares up, okay? This could be a time that if you are somebody who is a very big giver, giver of emotions, well, this could be a time where you just feel like you love the world, okay? So I just wanted to add that in, and I wanted to make sure the message was very consistent. Okay, so a lot of information there, a lot of things going on, and a lot of energies. Now let's see what we have going on now for Virgo for July. What's going on, July? Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Now this is, we're coming up to Leo season, and then it comes to Virgo season. So this is going to be an interesting time for you, I think. We've been talking about that. Yeah, this last card wanted to stay there, but I'm going to still take 3 cards from the top of here. And let's see what we have. Okay, first card. 6 of Fire. Good stuff coming for you. So good stuff. So it doesn't look like necessarily that if anything, this is going to, I feel like, jet propel you forward, okay, this energy. It's like you're going forward regardless of what, whatever else is going on. It's like, this is for you. Now, fire, of course, is our Leo, Aries, and our Sagittarius energy. We talked about this a little bit. Burning, very strong energy. This is victory. Good news is on its way. Public recognition or awards. Now, that could be definitely, I really feel that that's more in your work. And again, remember that last video, the longer video, it's like you've started something. I feel like your star is rising. And I think that, just ride that out. Ride it out and be the Virgo that you are. Second card is the Eight of Water. This is movement. So water, of course, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, emotional. And it's interesting that we are here, in July, we have our Cancer energy and we do have our Leo energy here. So this is movement. This is going forward. This is continuing to go forward. Now, relationships, remember, work, personal, or family. So if you're in a relationship that's personal, that could be going forward too, or it might be that you just want it to go forward. But this is a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. This is moving on. This is moving forward. Okay, next card. The Knight of Fire again. And again, what about the Knights is they're focused, again, this whole thing, you're moving forward, okay? They're focused, they're straight ahead. This is passionate, adventurous, self-assured, and restless. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. You could be getting some offers coming in. You might even be getting some offers to change your job completely. It might be changing in your department, or it might be changing your job, your company completely, okay? So those are things you really have to think about. Also, too, if this is a personal relationship, you might have your significant other, and there's somebody else that's taking a look at you, or you're taking a look at. So there's choices coming up too. Now, next card, the Knight of Water. So here we go again. So it's like fire, water, fire, water. Again, the Knight going forward. And this is emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. Falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotion, an invitation to a social event. So with this is really this is this exciting time for you, I feel. It's coming to, we're coming into the last month before your birthday. And things are like wrapping things up with a bow. But it might be a little overwhelming for you because you're like, wait a minute, I was happy with this person and now I've got this person. I was happy at this job, but now I've got 2 or 3 jobs. It's like opportunities are opening up to you that you might not have thought was even possible to have, okay? Now, these are the things. Now, do you take them? I don't know. Let's go on and let's go to these next cards and see. What else? What else can you tell us about for our Virgos? But yeah, this is very much going, moving. And that might be, the thing that's, like I said, that it might be very overwhelming to you. There's many things that you like. You are an earth sign, so you do like that stability. You do like that stability. And some of this may be a little bit too unstable for you, the opportunities. And then at the same time, you've got your spreadsheet out, and you're taking a look and you're saying, okay, if I do this, what happens with this? Is this worth the gamble? Calculated risks. Your risk analysis. I think that's exactly what you would be doing. Risk analysis. Okay, 3 cards down. Let's see what we have. This is reversed. Very strong. Partnerships and alliances. I'm feeling that these are new partnerships and alliances, that this is, again, all of this going forward, this is new stuff coming into your life. New partnerships, new jobs, new relationships. Now, this could be, new family even, it's that type of energy. Next card, disruption. Well, this is what we were talking about. It's like, okay, it gets overwhelming. It's overwhelming. You're like, which decision do I make? Do I really do this decision? Do I want this? I'm not unhappy where I'm at. And and I might even be you might even be getting a job offer from the company that you're working for. But this one seems even bigger. I don't like it. I don't like it. I just, no, don't do this to me. Too many decisions. Too many decisions. Okay? Trapped in fear. This is, again, a lot of these are about decisions that are coming to you, that are being offered, or offers that are coming to you. And it's like, which way do I move? Which way do I move? Okay? Yeah, I can't tell you which way to move with this. I mean, the thing is now, Virgo, I want you to have some confidence in your decision making. There's many times over that that you don't have that. You're very, many Virgos are very, very introverted, and it's just know okay, if this one is kind of a wild, this is a wild, flattering type of offer. Is it one that you could live with for a long time? Now, that's even with a partner. Maybe there's somebody that's coming in and they're whining and dining and they're just giving you, everything. They're just like, wow, overwhelming you. It's great. Can you live longer term with that type of energy? Many times over, it sounds real good and it looks real good and it's kind of that, that really like, wow, and it's flattering, but it's also, it can be very exhausting. And my Virgos, I don't know that you like to be exhausted. Okay, just putting that out there. So any final words of advice for our Virgos? Let's go in here and see what we have. Okay. These are interesting. It's interesting because it's really positive. It's just overwhelming. Okay. Basically, okay, existence. She's sitting on this, what is this? This lotus petal or something, or this lotus leaf or whatever this is, watching the stars, making wishes. She's not, what she's not doing is she's not overanalyzing. She's not overthinking. She's just being. Okay, so this is one of the things. Also, too, she's connecting with that higher power, that guardian angel, spirit guide, divine, voice of the universe, but she's not making the movement. She's not actually making a choice here. She's just being. Okay? Next card. Okay. Again, reversed. Conditioning. Conditioning. Now, the thing, too, is, when I was saying that the one thing is that can you live with that type of energy? Are you settling? Okay? This is a lion who thinks he's a sheep. That he thinks he's a lamb. He's a lion. He's not a sheep. Okay? He's not necessarily being true to who his nature is. And maybe that gets back to what I was just saying about, maybe it's, maybe your nature wants something, even though the other part is very exciting and, and very, like flattering. Well, maybe another part of you doesn't want that. Do you know what I'm trying to say with that? Or maybe that part of you does want that and you've been denying that piece of you. Your last one now is going with the flow. Okay? And this kind of goes along with this, is being. You don't have to necessarily make your decisions. You don't necessarily have to, say, you don't necessarily have to make a choice just yet. Okay? Some of it, let things unravel a little bit, or unroll a little bit. Let things show themselves to you. Okay? That's really, you've got some really interesting energy coming around, Virgo. A lot of energy, and it's no wonder that you're a little overwhelmed. But as always, know that you are loved and be blessed. Bye-bye.